welcome back to my craft room in all its glory. If you're new here, this is a channel where I discuss cross stitch, gardening, sewing, whatever crafts I get up to, and I ramble a little bit. If you've been here before, welcome back. So glad to see you. Today I have a little bit of haul, I have a little bit of progress, I have a finish, I have a start. I have begun making Christmas presents, so I will show you some things I've made, and I have a little bit of haul. So let's get started. The little boys are asleep, finally. This is literally the fourth time I have tried to film this, because yeah. But anyway, let's go. We'll start with cross stitch. I've made progress. I put most of my projects that I'm currently working on aside for now. I spoke last time in our last chat together. I mentioned in my plans that I was going to be starting my Christmas gift stitching. And PSA, a word of warning. Today, I'm a little off. Yesterday was a migraine day, so today I'm a little spacey, a little shaky. No more headache, I'm better, but I'm a little off today. But we'll do this. We'll get through it, we're fine. It is what it is. But I had mentioned most of my projects have been put aside for now. That doesn't mean I won't occasionally pull them out and work on them. It just means that they're not my focus right now. My focus is going to be on Christmas presents. But, except for one. Last time I had mentioned that I was working on the Rare Horror Flies stitch along from Noctiflora. And I had begun that. Now, as of last video, she had only released the frame. And I had only done 1/4 of it. Look like that. But I am so proud of myself. She has released the first section now. And I'm actually caught up. I am all caught up. I'm not behind for once. This is amazing. I didn't know what this felt like. Second time in my life I have ever kept up with one. But I have finished the frame. And I have done the first section, which was carnivorous caterpillars. And we have one in teal and one in purple. And they're so cute. I'm really liking this. And it's an easy stitch, which is probably why I'm able to keep up with it. This is being worked on a 14 count Aida, and it is a colorway that was designed specifically for this project by Witch's Garden Crafts. And I just threw it in the floor, because it wouldn't be one of my videos if I didn't throw something in the floor. But it's in the colorway Deadly Blooms. So, and to be fair, I'm kind of thinking I wish I'd ordered 2 pieces of this fabric, because it's gorgeous. I love the greens and purples. I do. And yeah, even my husband made the comment the other day that this fabric goes with these colors just perfectly. So great job on that. But I am all caught up, and I am patiently waiting for the part 2, which is going to be released on the 8th. So I am trying to keep up with this one. Trying. Fingers crossed. But that's my progress on that one. And I'm so excited. Now, last time I had showed you, I had started on Winnie the Pooh. It was a kit by Leisure Arts, and it's a small little kit that made an ornament. And it looked like this. I had started stitching Pooh Bear. I have cat hair. Oh my god. I had started stitching Pooh Bear, and I'd only gotten a little bit done. But I have finished Pooh Bear. And there he is. Pooh and Piglet. They're all done. So, with the kit, they included this red square of felt, and the idea was to sew it into a pillow ornament to hang on your tree. But I'm not, as I mentioned last time, I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is mount it so that she can hang it on her wall. That being said, I was going to mount it on a wooden plaque, but I found on eBay 2 more of the series. I got Tigger, I got Eeyore. That's awesome. And these are just the same as this. Little ornaments. As you can see, they've got the felt and everything. Brand new unopened kits. So, what I did instead is we went to Hobby Lobby and I got this. So I think once I've got all 3 stitched, they will just fit. So what I'm going to do is, her room is decorated in white, pink, and purple. And so I'm going to paint this white, and then I'll put all 3 of them on there so that it's all just one thing, and she can hang it on her wall. So, got that. Got those. That's awesome. So the 4 main characters are represented. So my plans have altered slightly, but excited to get those. Yeah, and they were like $5 each. So I'll begin stitching those. I have a new start. I had mentioned in my plans that once I finished Pooh Bear, I was going to start a Dimensions Gold collection that I had picked up on Amazon, and it was the Elegant Bookmarks. Well, I have begun those. Actually, yesterday, of course, the migraine, I woke up with it. Once I got my daughter fed and settled in with what she was doing, I went back to bed and took a nap. Once I got up, it had taken a little of the edge off my headache, so I was able to concentrate enough to begin this project. Now, stitching was slow because migraines, but I did start it. And the one I'm doing first is this little gold one. Now I am making modifications. Let me explain. This darker gold border was supposed to be a satin stitch. That being said, This Aida stands up on its own. It is so stiff. I even pulled out a sewing pin to try and make the holes to do the satin stitch, and this Aida wasn't having it. It wasn't dealing with it. So what I did was, instead of doing the satin stitch, I'm doing the cross. I just did full crosses. As somebody who learned to embroider before learning cross stitch, I don't know what made them think you could do a satin stitch on this Aida. Satin stitch is more for a linen, not a stiff Aida like this. So I'm not sure what they were thinking, but I modified it to a full cross. And once I do all of the back stitching and elegant needlework around it, it'll look just fine. So I did start this yesterday, and honestly, this is only an hour of work. It only took me an hour before I had to take a break. So I don't think it will take me long at all. Not long at all. I think it'll be fine. So there's my start. When I talked about progress last time, I had mentioned that I wanted to do this one for my husband. Now, I had said I didn't know if I could get it done by Christmas. If I couldn't, I would do it. I would still start it, but I would just do it for our anniversary in March. I'm going to go ahead and start it, I think. There's no reason I can't work on this the same time I work on the bookmarks. I've got it kitted up. I've got fabric for it. It's all kitted up and ready to go. So I think I am going to start this for him. Because I really do think he'll like it a lot. He is a big time fisherman, loves to fish. And so I really want to get that started for him, and want to try to get it done for Christmas. Now, and then I also have the ice cream bookmark that I want to get done for him, which the bookmarks are quick enough. They're small, they're easy, just like the Pooh Bear. I mean, 8 hours and I had the entire thing done. Now, I'll grant you that was not 8 hours straight, because as I mentioned before, I have to stitch that once she is occupied doing something else and not worried about what I'm doing, because the child's nosy. And anything I stitch for my husband has to be done while he's at work during the day, so because he's noisy. So but that's my haul, except for those are my progress, my plans, whatnot. A little bit of haul, 2 little kits, but I also bought a pattern. And before I show it to you, let me explain. Laura from I Stitch Birds will frequently go window shopping on websites, cross-stitch websites like My Bobbin, Al Forest, various places. And when she sees a pattern she likes but doesn't want to stitch, she will send it to one of her friends that she thinks would like to stitch it. She's an enabler, is basically what this boils down to. But she's very good at it. And the thing is, she knows us so well that she usually picks the perfect project for us. Yeah, you'll see when I show it to you. But the other night, bing, I got a notification. She had sent me a message, and it was a link to this pattern. And she's like, you need to stitch this. And I'm like, oh, yes, I do. And immediately bought it. I was like, oh my God, I have to stitch that. It's Hecate. A chubby, happy little black kitten. And she's in the flowers. Because Hecate loves to eat my plants. But I got it on my bobbin, and it's by Raccoon and Fox. And I fell in love with it as soon as I saw it. I'm like, oh my God, that's adorable. I love it. And you know how much. Those of you who have been here before know how much I love my kitty cat patterns. But when she sent me this, yep, immediately. Bye. So, I got this one. And I can't wait to stitch it. It's going in the... you know what? It may not even go in the cup. I may just stitch it anyway. Those who are new, who just discovered me this time, if you want to know about the cup, and that's capital letters, the cup, all of my patterns that I have waiting to be stitched, I put on little pieces of paper and put in a little cup. And when it is time for me to pick a new project, my husband draws a project out of the cup. That's what the cup is. If you go back and watch some of my other videos, you'll learn about the whole process of the cup. But anyway, I did get some other patterns, but they're free patterns, and they were from the Stitch Crypt. And I mentioned last time that we do put up a Halloween tree. Now, I don't know if we will this year or not because we have the kittens, but probably. But I've also mentioned that I'm replacing or working on replacing glass ornaments with fabric ornaments, or cross stitch ornaments. So to that end, I found these cute itty bitty little patterns. There's the skull flower. You've got, the longer you stay here, the more danger you're in. My husband actually saw that one and said, nope, you have to have it. I'm like, okay. That's not the best picture, but there's the ghoulish gourd. There's the little ghost cat. And the bone meal plant, which my husband liked. He liked that one. So I printed those out to do little Halloween ornaments. So that's the cross stitch. Well, no, let me take it back. I had mentioned before that I wanted to make some scissor fobs for my embroidery scissors. Well, I have done that. I have begun. Okay, if I can get it. I don't know what my malfunction is, but okay. There we go. I was taking it off. But here's the first one. And it's just a little S for Sherry and some beads. So that's my first little scissor fob, and I like it very much. So I've made one. Moving right along. Okay, on to garden. I have none. I've got nothing. My husband did decide to go ahead and start some Roma tomato seeds. Against my will. I told him it's too hot right now. As long as we're still over 100 degrees. Yeah, the seeds might sprout, but it's going to be an act of God to keep the seedlings alive. And before anybody comes in the comments and says, well, just start them indoors. I'd love to. But I have 2 kittens who are not even 6 months old yet, so that's not going to happen. Previously, what we were doing, we were putting things like that up on top of the refrigerator or on top of bookshelves or, places like that where they couldn't reach. Now, there is no place they can't reach. It's nothing for me to walk into the kitchen and find jelly beans standing on top of the refrigerator. So there's no place inside that's safe. But he's trying. He's got them up in the loft, which, okay, they get up there all the time and have a grand old time. But he's got them in our loft is open, except all the way in the back there is a tiny little room. And he's got them in there, and it's got a door that he can, the door doesn't shut all the way. And honestly, he can't shut it all the way because it gets so hot up there that you might as well be outside. Except that outside you get light, inside you don't. Although he has a grow light in there. Because during the winter, that's where we bring in my tropical plants, like my desert roses and things that will die if we leave them outside. We bring them inside and put them upstairs in that room in the loft where the grow light's at. So he's got them in there. I don't know if they're going to do anything, but he's trying. And Roma tomatoes, honestly, only take about 75 days to maturity. So, you figure September, October, mid-November, they're mature plants. And we'll still be wearing shorts. So we might even get some tomatoes for Christmas. If they work. I hope they do. I do. I hope they do. But we'll see. But he, ever the optimist, hope springs eternal. Okay, that's gardening. Because there ain't nothing going on outside because it is too hot. Sewing. I've been spending more time sewing. I have made 1 pair of flannel pajama pants for my husband. I'm thinking I might make another 1 or 2 pair. Joann's right now has flannel on sale for $3.99 a yard. So I'm thinking this weekend I'll probably run and pick up a couple more pieces and make him a couple more pair. So there's that. I made myself a t-shirt. No, I'm not having him wrap that up for Christmas. I'll wear that this fall. I'm not wearing it now because it's too hot. As you see, I'm living in tank tops. But I'll wear that this fall. I've also I've made a shirt for my daughter, which will be wrapped up for Christmas. Problem is, now it came out nice. She'll love it. It's little hearts. But the problem is, she's not exactly well endowed up here. And so this area here gapes. So I'm going to have to tack that. I'll have to fix that. But otherwise it's fine. But I'll wrap that up for Christmas. And she'll love it because number 1, it's pink. And number 2, it's little hearts. Her birthday is February 24th. And being just 10 days after Valentine's Day, she spent her whole life getting hearts for her birthday. You know how it goes. I know how it goes. But in any case, she loves hearts. My birthday's 13 days after Christmas, so I grew up hearing, oh, here's a gift. This is for both Christmas and your birthday. Okay. You know, as a kid, you're like, oh, bummer. Of course, now I don't care. I don't care. And as a teenager, my mother just, you know what? We're going to hit the after school or after Christmas sales and get all your birthday presents. And I'm like, cool. So, you know, lots of new clothes for my birthday. We have iced chai today. And it's my Snoopy cup because Snoopy is awesome. But anyway, I've made those. I did make something that was not for Christmas. And it is not a gift. It's mine. Actually, I'll put it in the house for decoration, but it is for Halloween. And I made, and this is from a pattern, and I swear this pattern's probably 20 years old. I don't know where I got it. I don't remember what the pattern was. But it is a little primitive witch. But I thought she was cute. I hand painted the face. I also hand painted her little witchy stockings and shoes. She's got on her little homespun drawers and her little homespun dress with a little pocket that has a little patch and a little bell on her hat and her little hair. But this is my little primitive witch, and I'm going to sit her out for Halloween. It's just one of those things where I was just going through my stuff and saying, you know what? I think I need that. So I made it. Now I mentioned I make a doll for my daughter every year for Christmas since she was born, and she is now 29. I thought you might like to I have not made the doll for her this year, but I thought you might like to see one of the ones I've made her before. I took it off her shelf, and here she is. She's got her little candy cane. She's got her little snowman print dress. Again, I hand painted the face. She's got the frizzy little hair with a big old bow. Hand painted shoes. So that's one of the dolls she has gotten for Christmas. And no, they're not always Christmas themed. It just so happened this one was. But there's one of her Christmas dolls. And if y'all want to see more, just let me know in the comments below. I'll be happy to show them to you. They're just, she loves it. It's just a tradition. She loves it. That's the first gift she looks for every year. I have decided, I haven't started her doll for this year, but I have decided on it. Now, I've decided I'm going to make her a little girl with little pigtails. And this is and she's going to be wearing a little romper with a t-shirt. Now, the romper is going to be made out of this. I figured the Mickey and Minnie is just too cute, and she'll love it because she loves Mickey and Minnie. She loves Disney. Now, when I say she loves Disney, I mean she loves the traditional Disney. She doesn't care about the live action remakes. She doesn't like any of them. She doesn't really like the new Disney classics, the new animated films, although she does have Moana. She likes that one okay. she likes the traditional and the classics like Snow White and Cinderella and all of those. But she loves Mickey, Minnie, Donald, all of those. So I'm going to make the little romper out of this, and I've got some scraps of red t-shirt knit, and I'll make a little t-shirt to go underneath it. And then what I may do, and I haven't made up my mind just yet, but what I may do is make some little mouse ears to go on her head. And that's going to be her doll for this year. And of course you'll get to see the progress on that. But again, if you want to see some more of the dolls and things that I have made, and they're not all just hers, I also make them like the little witch. I make them as decorations for, the holidays around the house and such. But if you want to see more of those, just let me know. I did pick up a remnant of a pretty aqua colored flannel. And it's a big chunk. I will probably not use this one for my husband because he's not really the aqua type. But I was thinking it might be good for maybe a flannel nightgown for my daughter for Christmas. Or maybe something for me, I haven't decided, but probably a flannel nightgown for my daughter. Because with her coloring, she looks good in this. With my coloring, corpse white, I look good in nothing. It is what it is. But she has a beautiful golden cast to her, or olive cast to her skin. So my kids are half Hispanic. Their biological father was Puerto Rican and Mexican. So they have gorgeous coloring. I am the color of a corpse. No. It is what it is. You make do with what you got, right? But I figured this might be a nice, cozy flannel nightgown for her. I did get one more piece of haul. I got from Fat Quarter Shop. They have scrap bags for $11.98. Now, as I sew things, like the little shirts and pants and whatnot, I save all of my scraps because I make dolls and toys and things of that nature. Of course, I quilt and things of that nature. So I'm always good with scraps. But Fat Quarter Shop had a scrap bag for $11.98. So I went ahead and got one because I thought, you know what, see what's in it. Maybe there's some good doll making stuff. So it literally just got delivered today. And it comes in a muslin bag. Which is cool because, I'll keep the bag too. But I thought it might be fun, and I have not opened this yet. I mean, I obviously unwrapped it, but I have not opened it and looked at the fabric yet. So I thought it might be fun for us to look at it together and see what's in here. So now I will say first and foremost, I don't care about labels. I don't care about designers. I don't have to have all designer anything, including fabric. When I go shopping for fabric, I look for three things. Is it pretty? Yes. Okay. The next thing we look at. Is it quality? I don't want cheap polyester spandex crap. Okay, 100% cotton. Cool. That's quality. Oh, well, should be quality. Number 3, price. Is it outrageously expensive? Because if it is, I'm not getting it. Because I'm cheap. I don't care about designer. I just care about if it's pretty. So, that being said, our first piece, I like, and it would be perfect for dolls. It is just little gray polka dots on a black background. There we go. And it is the full width of the fabric, 45 inches. It is 11 inches wide. All this says is it's a Riley Blake, but I don't know what collection it's from. But it's perfect for doll clothes. The polka dot print, absolutely. I can see a cute little doll out of this. That would be nice. So, that's the first one. The next one is actually a pretty big piece. This one is, well, this is half a yard, and it's the full width of the fabric. It's just a stripe in aqua and blue. Be perfect for a doll dress or a little outfit. This is Riley Blake. Oh, it's Cozy Christmas. I don't really see this as Christmas, but it's fine. I'll use it. Like I said, this would be a cute little doll outfit. So, happy with that. And these are literally just wadded up in there. They're not folded. So, Mama gonna be ironing them. But that's okay. The next piece looks like a batik, which I'm all for because I love batiks. And this one is a little over 3/8 of a yard. So these are not small pieces. They're good sized. But it's very colorful. Which would also be just fine for a doll dress or outfit or something. No problems with that one. The next one, that's pretty. I don't know that I would use that for doll clothes, but I would probably use it in a quilt. There's 11 inches wide in the length of the fabric. Or width of the fabric, I should say. I have no idea who it's from or what collection. But it's lilacs. All kinds of pretty purple and pink lilacs. I really like that one. That's pretty too. I don't have a big chunk of that, but like I said, this is probably a print that's too big for a doll dress. But I would use it in a quilt. So it won't go to waste. By no means. The next piece we have is 11 inches. And it's just solid white. And we could always use solid white. So, perfectly fine with that. The next one, there's quite a bit shoved in here. For $11.98, that's not bad. Now the next one I would not use for dolls, but I would probably use it in a quilt. And it's a 1/4 yard, the width of the fabric, width of the fabric, and it's a patriotic print. Like I said, I wouldn't use it in a doll dress or a doll or anything, but I would use it in a quilt probably. So that's fine. And the next one is 8 inches with the entire width of the fabric. And I really like this one. This one is nice. It's these little pumpkins and birds. That is really pretty. I like that one. I have no idea what it is or what collection or anything else, so I don't know. But I do like that fabric. That is pretty. There are several things I could use that for. And here we are with the last one. The last one is 15 inches with the entire width of the fabric. And it is perfect for doll clothes. Look at that. And it's cute. Now it's coming off kind of orange on camera, but it's actually more of an orangish red. It has more of a red tint than you're seeing on the camera. But it's very cute. And like I said, that is the perfect kind of print for doll clothes. And that one is Moda. Stitched by hand, stitched with love. Fig Tree and Company. But that's that one. And that's the last piece that was in there. But really for, $11.98, that's not bad at all. You got all those and the bag. So definitely pleased with that, and I actually might order a few more of those. Just for doll making. Like I said, quilts maybe, but definitely doll making, because I think there are only 2 prints in that whole bag that I would not use for a doll. The little patriotic one and the one with the big lilacs. And the only reason I wouldn't use the lilacs is because the print is too big. But all the other ones I'll use for doll clothes. Absolutely. And the other 2 I'll use for quilts. So none of it will go to waste. But that's all I've got. Right now, as I said, I'm mostly focused on making Christmas gifts. That's my main focus right now. We made the decision years ago to de-stress our holidays, especially Christmas, because we'd have the family Christmas, we'd have the big Christmas dinner, lots of gifts, all the Christmas shopping, and I know Christmas is the season of goodwill towards men and all of that sort of thing. Why are people so rude at Christmas time? Christmas shopping is a nightmare. People are rude. They will beat the crap out of you if you touch something they're looking at. Oh my God. So we made the decision years ago to just de-stress. We're not doing this anymore. And that's why I said we basically, most of our gifts are handmade. And we do have, store-bought gifts. Of course, there's my husband's package from Russia that he was so excited about. He had, he took a picture of that envelope and sent it to his brother in Chicago and said, "Look, I got stuff from Russia." I'm like, really? Okay. If I had known that's all it took to excite you. But, today when I went out to get the mail and got this, he had a package in there from 123 Stitch. That's the problem, sir, with ordering stuff from one of my websites, is I automatically know what's in there. But I can't wait. I'm excited to see what he got me. But most of our Christmas is handmade. And even the gifts we give to friends. Generally what I do as a gift for, friends is I'll get a basket. I'll put some of my hand-baked Christmas cookies in it. I'll put a couple of loaves of little, Christmassy type breads like banana nut or cinnamon or whatever. Maybe orange cranberry. And then I'll put a couple little jars of homemade jams or jellies. And that's our Christmas gift to friends. We don't have family close by. My family, his family. My family is Oregon, Reno, and Dallas. That's my family. My husband's family is Chicago and Iowa. So we don't have family get-togethers. My son does come. I mean, he just bought a condo in Houston, so he's not far from us. We see him every couple weeks or so, but he comes for Christmas. I don't cook Christmas dinner anymore. I think last year I made sushi. Now I do have the Christmas baking because I love to bake. And we have our Christmas cookies and things of that nature that are tradition that we have every year that Mama has to bake. And that's fine. Mama doesn't mind baking. But, as far as Christmas dinner, basically I make everything Christmas Eve, and that way I'm not in the kitchen on Christmas Day. And we get paper plates, we get, I'm not washing dishes. I'm going to enjoy my holiday, basically. So, we just have a small little family get together. I think last year my son brought one of his friends from Hungary. He brought her, and that was fine. He gave me plenty of heads up, so I made sure she had a stocking and some gifts in it. Yeah, we just have small little family things, so we don't really go all out for any holiday, because we just decided we're not doing the stress anymore. No, we used to. And both sides have their merit. I know some people say, oh my God, handmade gifts, that's awesome. Sign me up. That's so cool. And then some people are like, oh my God, that's all you got for Christmas was handmade clothes and stuff? How boring is that? You know what? Let me know in the comments. What do you think? I mean, do you like all store-bought, all handmade, or what? I mean, both have their merits. I'm not hating on any of them. Either one. If you buy me a gift or make me a gift, I know you were thinking about me, and I know you care about me. That's all that matters to me. I just wonder, because like I said, I've had people who just kind of look like, oh my God, who would want handmade stuff for Christmas? How boring is that? But then I've also had stuff like, oh my God, I would kill for one of those gift baskets. That looks amazing. So, just let me know. What do you think? I know the stores are putting the Christmas stuff out. Oh my God, earlier and earlier every year. I think we first started seeing Christmas trees. Fake ones, obviously, artificial. But we first started seeing them in like June. What's with that? Is anyone really? I mean, you can make the argument that people do put up trees for other holidays, like us and our Halloween tree. We have a black tree with purple and orange lights that we put up, but it was specifically for Halloween. And the reason we have it is because we used it when we owned the garden shop. I used it to decorate the shop for the holiday. Okay, and when we closed the shop, I just, I kind of liked it. It was cute. It had all these little creepy ornaments on it, and with the orange and purple lights, it was different. It was cute. So we kept it and we put it up in the living room now on Halloween. So I get the tree thing, but I'm not talking about just the artificial tree. I'm talking about rows of Christmas ornaments, specifically Christmas ornaments, little baby Jesuses and stuff in June. I mean, there are lots of holidays that aren't Christmas. So, and I've already begun getting emails. Now, obviously, my husband has already started Christmas shopping. To be fair, that's because he's ordering, now, 123 Stitch is just in Louisville. It's here in Texas, so we order from them, and 2 days later we've got it. But like the stuff coming from Russia, he wasn't sure how long it would take to get here, so he ordered it early. I get that, okay? There's a reason why that's been bought early. But I'm already getting emails for Cyber August. Start your Christmas shopping today, and I'm like, what? I thought it was Cyber Monday, the Monday after Thanksgiving. What? When did it become a whole month? But Black Friday is now Black November, and I'm like, what? Pretty soon it's just going to be Black Year, okay? Christmas shopping all year. Okay. So let me know. I mean, am I the only one that gets annoyed by that? It's like, let me enjoy all my holidays, not just that one. I want to enjoy all of them. I want to get in the spirit of all of them. I want to be in the spooky Halloween spirit. I want to be in the thankful Thanksgiving spirit. I want to be in the romantic Valentine spirit. I don't want to be in the Christmas spirit during Halloween. I don't know. Maybe that's me and I'm just old. That's a possibility. It's a distinct possibility, but it's a possibility. But anyway, that's my ranting. That's enough ranting and rambling for today. As I said, if you want to see some more of my dolls that I've made, let me know in the comments. I'll be happy to show them. And trust me, most of these are going to be dolls. But first I have to do my daughter's doll. And I also have to make her a stuffed animal, and I'm not sure what one I'm going to make her yet. She's talking about a cat, because we don't have enough cats running around this house, apparently. But we'll see what I come up with. But anyway, that's it from me today. Chatting has cheered me up from my migraine yesterday. It really has. So thank you for that. I'm sorry if I talked your ear off. I'll apologize, but I'm not going to say I'm not going to do it again, because I probably will do it again. But anyway, thank you for stopping in to chat with me in my craft room and to hang out for a little while. I hope you enjoyed what you saw. If you are new and you enjoyed it, please subscribe, like, share, comment. I love comments. I always answer comments. The whole YouTube-y stuff. And I hope you have a wonderful weekend, because it's Thursday, so the weekend's coming. Friday counts in my book, although Friday is my cleaning and laundry day, so not much of a weekend for me. But at least I go into Saturday when my husband's off of work, and we don't have to worry about doing chores, and we can just spend time together as a family. So that's a thing. But anyway, I hope you enjoy your weekend, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.